Hi, it's Carl Ford with Steve from Feeney Wireless. Steve, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
And we are at the Santa Clara Sprint Solutions Conference, and in this particular case, we've got a very big solution here. So tell me about this.
We do. Well, this is an ambulance, as you can see, and our customer with Sprint is Pro Transport One. And what they do is they do a lot of work with the hospitals transporting patients and other type of goods back and forth. Now what we've done with this vehicle is we've connected it. So when this vehicle turns on, they are online. The driver doesn't have to do anything. They're always online. That allows them to take dispatch records automatically from their computers in the front of the cab and know where they need to go quicker than they could before. But it also helps in their workflow operations because they're able to automate electronically all their different paperwork tasks. So they have inside the cab printers and scanners that help them capture the forms that are required in their daily jobs with the hospitals. And ultimately that helps them to bill their insurance providers sooner, making them more effective in their business.
Now, Steve, I in talking to you, one of the things that you mentioned is the fact that it's not easy to find the stuff here because of the fact that evidently making sure that the drivers stay accurate and documented is a bit of contention sometimes with the drivers. So we've got a lot of things hardwired here so that this reports regardless, right?
Correct. Our equipment that we put in here is basically a rugged black box. It is embedded inside the vehicle in a way that can not only withstand what might happen from a human element, but also environmental. So the same type of weather patterns you might see in the state of New York City, hot summers, cold winters, and rugged environments anywhere you could go, this equipment needs to survive. So it's embedded in there in a way that's not going to be able to be tampered with or be broken.
Excellent. And another aspect of this is we talked about the dispatch function. There's also the hospitals using this to get the patient function as well. And in theory, we've got opportunities to do other things like just make sure we've got this thing properly stocked and all that kind of stuff as well.
Well, what happens with the device that we've embedded in here, our Sierra X product, it creates a wireless 3G connection to the Sprint network. Simultaneously, it provides a Wi-Fi connection to any network-enabled device in or around the vehicle. So that means they can take any type of computer device, handheld device, or even medical diagnostics equipment and connect it to this box. Furthermore, they're connecting other things through this, what we call a general purpose input-output port, to connect their lights. So when those lights are turned on, they have a record of it and they know when and where that happened because they also associate it with GPS.
Oh, interesting. So one of the things that comes to mind here in a disaster mode is this could be an incident command center. It could be basically the starting point for the incident command center to start off.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of overlap in that type of use case scenario with ambulances, fire trucks, and police cars. And what happens is when you have a common network access point, you can share that with other people still in a secure and safe manner. So that allows you to interoperate with other first responders as you see necessary. It's a huge benefit and a huge different type of way of looking at how to respond to an emergency.
That's a very good point. You know, in New York right now, we've got an interesting issue on the 911 network and the fact that establishing how incident command works, which is normally based on first on scene is where the incident command happens. On dispatch, they don't necessarily agree with that viewpoint right now. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for various places.
Well, I think having the ability to have real-time information about what type of assets are where in space and being able to communicate amongst other stakeholders is going to drive a different type of innovation in the processes. In 911 examples for specifically, if they know that a specific type of asset, whether it be an ambulance or a fire truck with a pump mechanism on it, is at the scene and they do that in an automated way, they can make decisions in advance of needing to know. So much more proactive than reactive as we were in the past.
Excellent. Steve, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.